Okay, you guys, we are so excited to do this. I'm so grateful for all of my friends, you guys. I came to a group of Diamonds and Above that recently got together. We are all on Team Hooper. We actually call ourselves grandmas because all of us have been in this business for way too long. And I love it. And I love the community that we're building together there. And I asked who would be interested in doing a social media boot camp. And you guys, I want this to be hype. So I want you guys to do like Jade does, pick an emoji. If you hear something that is fire, that is going to help you so much, drop that emoji if you're excited. Daddy will change it for you, baby. My toddler's running around, so if you hear him yelling, this is what I do. I have a 2-year-old. So anyways, I am just so excited and so grateful we decided to do this. I have been going through such a season in my business of just sort of recreation and rebuilding. And I know that these ladies feel the same. And I think that one of those things that, do you need something? Daddy's going to get it for you, my lovely. I know mommy gets the best snacks out of the cupboard that daddy could never do, except for they're the same snacks. So anyways, I'm just really grateful and excited to be here tonight, you guys. We are going to be talking about all things authenticity, all things about growing your audience, building those relationships, getting people to know, like, and trust you. How many of you heard the phrase, people buy from who they like, know, and trust? Right? People buy from who they like, know, and trust. I buy from who I like, know, and trust. If I don't know you or like you or trust you, you're not getting any of my money. But if I know you, like you, and trust you, honey, take my money. Like, I'll do anything. So I think that this is really the basis of what every single thing during these 3 nights that we're going to be talking about is a lot to do with sweetheart. He's literally like, he's starving, like grasping my hand, collapsing on the ground. Daddy will get you some. He'll get you some. Yeah. As soon as Tyler gets up, he claps. Okay. All right, you guys. So we're going to be talking about authenticity tonight. We're going to be talking about building relationships. We're going to be talking a little bit of organization. I think they're going to do some more organizational tips on Thursday night as well. But I'm just grateful to be doing it with these 2 girls because we've been in this business together for a long time and I love them so much. So I want to give you guys just a couple of things to be thinking about while we go through this. Then we're going to go to Carol, then we're going to go to Victoria, and then I'm going to close us off. So I really want you guys to start thinking about authenticity and what that means for you. For me, what being authentic means is that what you see is what you get. Whether you're seeing me on Instagram or you're seeing me on a Zoom or you're hearing my voice in a voice message or you're sitting across on the couch from me, you're getting the same person. I do not try to put on some kind of magical facade on my social media where I seem a lot cooler and a lot more put together than I am in real life. Because then you know what happens when people do buy from you or they do join your team and then they get to know you better, they realize that that wasn't the fullest version of you. And then that can just be sort of awkward, or maybe that ends up you're not the right person for them to join. And I know, how many of you are new, like first 60 days? Drop a 1 or drop an emoji in the chat, like first 60 days in the business. I did pin them. We're all pinned. I did, Darian, I did. Hi, we're glad you're here. So for those of you who are in your first 60 days in the business, it can be really strange to sort of tell you that there are people who you don't want to join you. And that's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is that when you show up as your most authentic self, when you show up as this is who I am, this is what you get, you're going to find your people, the people who God has for you, for your business, for your team. You're going to find them a heck of a lot quicker. And it's going to be a lot easier to sort through who your people are and who your people aren't. So I want you guys to think about this idea of you want people to know you, you want people to like you want people to trust you, you want people to be able to come to your social media and tell and be able to tell who you are so that they know whether or not they want to be in business with you, whether or not they want to buy from you. That's going to make your life a whole lot easier on social media in general. So, oh, and I just realized I didn't introduce myself because I just assume everyone knows me, which is dumb. My name's Hope. I'm 27. I've been in this business for almost 6 years. I'm a triple diamond, and my son is 2 and likes to scream. And I've been doing this business through many, many seasons of life. And I've been on Team Hooper for the long haul. So he's Yeah, my friend sent me a video of like when she came to visit us when he was a newborn and my ovaries like pulsed. It was so weird, you guys. Motherhood is so strange. Yeah, for real. Anyways, but I love this business. I love what we get to do. There's a reason I've been here for almost 6 years, and it has a lot to do with the people who are on this Zoom with me right now. My diamond and above friends who didn't know how bad I needed to be added to that chat when they added me into it. So thank you guys for that. All right, Carol, we're gonna let you take the floor. Don't do what I did and wait till the end to introduce yourself. Please start with that and then give us your best tips for authenticity and building real relationships, all of that good stuff, girl.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, so y'all, I haven't guest spoken on a Zoom in a really long time, probably since before I got pregnant, maybe. By the way, I'm Caro. I'm pregnant. I'm 22 weeks today, actually, and I'm 22 years old. And pregnancy actually threw me for a huge loop, and that's gonna be part of what I, mentioned tonight. But I got so sick for the first, I don't know how long of my pregnancy, because it lasted well into, I'm still in the second trimester and I still get sick, but I was so blindsided with feeling so weird when I first got pregnant. I haven't talked on the Zoom in so long, so I'm so happy to see you guys. And I am just ready to thank you. I'm so ready to chat with you guys tonight. But yeah, I'm a double diamond. I've been in for 3.5 years. 3.5 years. I started this when I was 19. I was in college full time, and I had a boyfriend. Now I'm married and I have a baby on the way, and everything is so different. So, this business really goes through life with you. As long as you keep it with you, it goes through life with you. But yeah, so everybody calls me Caro. I'm a blue personality. So if you are not talking in the chat while I'm speaking, I'm going to assume you hate me. I am coming to you guys tonight basically just to talk about how I use social media in being the real me, the doofy me, talking about pregnancy and the good, the bad, and the ugly, me, and just, what I talked about before I got pregnant, because I know not everybody's pregnant, you know what I mean? So basically what I mainly enroll from and grow my market from, and y'all are gonna get sick of hearing this, is TikTok, but also Reels. Video content has changed my life, and it's because attention spans are so crappy now. And I know you guys understand, because if you have the TikTok app or if you have the Instagram app, how many of you actually sit there and read really, really long captions, or do you actually like to just sit there and like watch the video, words pop up, scroll, watch the video, words pop up, scroll, and you go through it so fast. Your audience does the exact same thing that you do. So you need to think about that when, like if somebody I'm really invested in, if they post like a really, really long thing, I'm going to read it and I'm going to be invested in stuff. But if I'm just like scrolling, I'm like, oh, that's really long. I'm going to, if any of you are like that, your audience is like that, I promise. So video content, short, quick, and snappy, has changed my life. And I'm also going to help you if you don't like taking videos of yourself. I've been helping some of my people who don't like taking videos of themselves also figure out how to incorporate video content. But so basically, I still work Facebook the same way. If you're new, there's so many Facebook trainings, and I don't know if Victoria's going to go over Facebook or what she's going to exactly go over, but I work Facebook the same way most people have always worked it, which is host to post and just posting interaction posts and just random stuff about my life and stuff about that. So I work that the same as I always have, but Instagram and TikTok is what is new for me, and that's what, not new, but like since end of last year, that's really helped me. And I use TikTok to grow my Instagram. Someone just asked what my TikTok is. I'll type it in just a little bit. It has like extra E's and A's and stuff because the name was taken. But so on TikTok, my rule of thumb is I post things that have nothing to do with the business or products like 3 to 6 times a day when I'm feeling up to it. when I'm feeling up to it, that's saying I've been very sick. Like today was an awful migraine day and I took a nap, but I still was like, okay, I have to get up. I put on makeup. Sometimes I don't even put on makeup for it. And I made quite a few things and some drafts to post because I knew I'd gone 2 days without posting any new videos. And I was like, this is long enough, point blank period. I don't need to go this long without posting, because then your algorithm goes like shot. And if you want to somehow hit the For You page and have a video blow up, you really need to try to do 3 to 6 videos a day, like be active. And if you are not doing so hot on a day or don't have any content, I repost all the time if I don't have any content to show, or I'll use an old draft or something like that. But the max I'll go without posting is like 1 or 2 days. But on the days that I'm uploading content, it is 3 to 6 videos in a batch. Like, and it doesn't even matter what time of day I post. Some people are like specific about what time of day. I have videos get pop off from 6 in the morning when I just woke up and I'm like, I'm gonna go post something, or at midnight when I'm awake because I can't sleep because there's a baby kicking me. So what I mean by posting stuff that has nothing to do with the business, before I got pregnant, I would post funny stuff about stuff that I thought was funny, things. Me and my husband were born with the same last name and we're from Alabama, if you can't tell from my accent. And y'all know how people talk about Sweet Home Alabama. So I would, make fun of, people assuming we were cousins, and that would get people to laugh and they might follow me from that. Or, how I used to be a wild teenager and I exited that before I even got to 18 years old. You know what I mean? Just things that had nothing to do with the business, anything to do with my pets or anything. And then like 1 to 3 videos a week for me was a business or product TikTok. Because what I would do is I would post something that has nothing to do with the business. And I was just trying to give examples of before I got pregnant. But if you find me now, all of my videos are about being plus sized and pregnant, or just pregnant in general. And that's my following now. But I would post anything to get people to follow me, anything to get people to like it, share the video, anything, and get them to follow me. And then when I posted my results from before I got pregnant from the products, or when I post, that I get to stay home and work the business while pregnant, or stay home and like, just this is what I do for a living, and like how I used to be a CNA and now I work from my phone or whatever. The people who follow me see that, and now all of my team members are like pregnant people who followed me for my pregnancy videos. So and then also, if you get people to follow you just for the stuff that has nothing to do with the business, they will stalk you, they'll stalk your Instagram, they will click the link in your bio. And if the link in my bio, the first little link in my link in bio says work from home, everyone taps it, even though they have no clue who the hell I am and what the heck I'm doing, just because they were stalking me and saw the words work from home in my bio. So I get so many applications, even if I didn't post a business TikTok or something, because people are stalking me just for the content I'm posting. And they saw a work from home link in my bio, you know what I mean? So nowadays I just post, funny stuff about being pregnant. After I post like 3 of those, I'll put up a business one. I'll put up, I'm pregnant now, but before I got pregnant, I dropped 40 pounds and this is how I did it. And I'll talk about the coffee, and I'll have people text me or they'll follow me and DM my Instagram, the word coffee. And that's how I get customers from that. And I just use the It Works application that the company provides for us. And the only thing I recommend is in your eSuite where you can edit it and it says what extra stuff you want to add to it, is make sure you type in, be sure to leave your number. I won't be calling you. Like, be sure to leave your number so I can text you. I won't be calling you. Because before I put that, everyone was skipping the leave your phone number section in that, because the It Works application doesn't have any required fields. So everyone was skipping leaving their phone number because they're like, I don't want her calling me. And so I put that I wouldn't call them because it's strangers from TikTok. So And somebody asked, do I post everything I post on TikTok to Reels? No, because I post way more on TikTok than I do on my Reels on Instagram. So I pick what I think would do best with my Instagram audience. I'm not as raunchy on Instagram as I am on TikTok. So I will,
I was just about to say, like, Tyler's grandma follows me on Instagram, so I can't post some of the stuff that I post on TikTok. I can't post some of my TikToks on Instagram unless I want to get called out at the next family function. So I'm not gonna do that. But I think that's part of also why Kara was talking about using your TikTok to grow your Instagram, because then when they get to your Instagram, they do get a little bit more of this. It's not fake, it's just a little bit more polished on Instagram, because that's what the Instagram algorithm calls for. And that's a big part about being authentic online, is but knowing what platform you're using. Like Carol just said, if she's on TikTok and she's posting funny, like, stuff about how her and her husband are both from Alabama and they have the same name, like, that's TikTok content. Like, who uses TikTok? Like, that's stuff that's gonna blow up, that people are gonna think is funny, that people are gonna think is interesting. That may not necessarily be like, if you posted that stuff on Facebook, like, people might be like, what are you doing? So part of being authentic on social media is also knowing the platforms that you're using, and how the algorithm is going to react to the things that you do. So again, like, on Facebook, you want to post those interactive posts, right? You want to post those, like, what did you have for dinner tonight? What are you watching on Netflix? Tell me your favorite candy bar or whatever. You wouldn't post something like that on TikTok just because simply it's not going to get the comments and the interaction that you're looking for. Meanwhile, I can get like 200 comments on a post on Facebook where I'm asking people what I should watch on Netflix. So just knowing what's going to work best for each platform is really important. And you have a couple more questions. Do you use hashtags with your videos at all?
So on Instagram, I have like a set saved thing, and I have word board and boards. I'm still like I said, we're grandmas, and I still use word board, but like, I know folks nowadays don't use it, but I have a set thing in my word board that just says hashtags, and it's like a cluster of hashtags that I use on Instagram that I post in the comments when I post a reel. And it's just like, you have to Google like how to find the best hashtags for Instagram, because that's a little tricky, and that's exactly what I do every couple months to update them. Is I Google, because you don't want to use hashtags on Instagram that have too many uses, because you're going to get lost in the sea of hashtag uses. You don't want to use ones that have too little. But TikTok, if I posted something, so my last video that I posted on TikTok, it has like 5,000 something views right now, and it's about getting my IUD taken out. I'm telling y'all, TikTok is a whole different world. Getting my IUD taken out and getting pregnant, like talking to my husband and stuff. It's like a funny one. And the hashtags for it are pregnancy journey, pregnancy TikTok, plus size pregnancy, pregnancy announcement, because it's a pregnancy video. But if I'm posting something about Outer Banks, the TV show on Netflix, y'all gotta know what that is. I posted something about that today. What are my hashtags for it? Hashtag OBX, hashtag OBX season 2. It comes up with suggestions for you to tap. Tap the ones having to do with the video you made. Don't do the popular ones. I used to use the popular ones and it wouldn't hit the target market. But the way people's For You pages work is if they're obsessed with Outer Banks, they're going to see the videos that are hashtag Outer Banks or whatever, you know what I mean? Or if someone is plus size and pregnant and they're used to liking videos that are hashtag plus size pregnancy, they're going to see my videos popping up that are hashtag plus size pregnancy when my video is about being plus size and pregnant. So that's how I do hashtags on there. And the way I connect the two, on TikTok, they have like a little Instagram thingy at the top, like there's a square at the top that says that. And sometimes I'll just type follow my Instagram and message me this, and that makes them have to go to my profile and tap it. Or I'll just say at the end of the video, follow my Instagram at Sweet Caroline and whatever. That's how I connect.
Yeah. I was gonna say too, I think that maybe because she's very new to TikTok, I think maybe also what she's asking is like, do you always do a call to action? And she doesn't, you guys. A lot of what she does is just making content, and then people go to her profile and then they click the Instagram button and then they're on her Instagram and they follow her. So I want you guys to understand that this is sort of the whole idea behind all of this authenticity and attraction marketing and knowing your niche and showing up as yourself, is so that you don't have to say, come follow me, come follow me, come friend me, come friend me. You don't have to sit down and send 250 Facebook friend requests every single day just to grow your network. You don't have to be sitting down and following 200 people a day on Instagram. You can do those things. I'm not telling you not to, but what I'm saying is, what if you didn't have to know that you were organically growing your audience every single day? And so that's really what I want to do this whole social media boot camp about. And like when we were talking about it, and what we wanted the topics to be was, it's not just about using social media. Every single person on this Zoom and on the Zoom the next few nights, you already use social media. You wouldn't be here if you didn't already use it. I want you to use it correctly and efficiently, because there's a lot of you who are using it, but you're not using it to your advantage. And so what Kara was talking about is how she is able to do 3 to 6 TikToks a day and then taking about one of those and putting them on Reels, making them real, making them relatable, making them funny, making them whatever. And that is organically attracting to her the people and the kinds of people who she wants to have following her. Okay. So Taylor, she uses her one from Reels is from her TikTok, but she makes new, or at least remakes old, but I don't think she doesn't. You do repost TikToks too.
Yeah,
I do too.
if you save them on that website,
Yeah.
And then reuse, don't use your original sound. You have to like reuse the sound that's
the popular sound.
I repost those, like the product ones I make. But the last thing I wanted to tell y'all, if you don't like taking videos of yourself, you eventually need to branch out and do it, because I was so self-conscious about it when I started it, because I was like, I'm not as skinny as I was, but then I was like, I was diagnosed with a thyroid disease. Like, I can't help that. And I need to just embrace who I am and just like, be talking about, I'm proud of how I look and stuff. And now that I talk about that I'm plus size and pregnant, people follow along with me, and I still get customers for weight loss products because I talk about what they did for me before. But the way I post about the products is I'll post an old picture of me, and it literally just says, you can see it on my Instagram or my TikToks. It literally is an old picture of me just sitting still with a trending sound. And it says I went from a size 16 to a size 8 with just pictures of me before. And then it just switches to pictures of me after I lost the weight, saying that I cut out white starches and sodas and used a clinically proven fat burner. Message TFXX to my Instagram and let me put you on. I didn't have to video myself when I look like crap that day and I don't want to video myself or whatever. I just put a before picture and an after picture to a trending sound and say I dropped the weight.
And we're going to talk more about content creation on tomorrow night, y'all. We're going to talk about content creation, taking photos, and all of that good stuff. You guys are going to get some really, really good tips and tricks for that. Tonight is really about allowing yourself to embrace that in order to build this business confidently and efficiently, you're gonna have to just be yourself. You're gonna have to be yourself. You're gonna have to find the people who are like you, and you're gonna have to be okay with making some stuff where you look goofy. Y'all, go to my Instagram and go look at the last reel I made. I am the worst dancer of all time. Anyone who has to see me dancing, I feel bad for, but I made the video anyways. Literally worst dance moves of my life. I could have done better, but I didn't want to redo it. And you're just going to have to get okay with that. You're going to have to get okay with that. You're going to have to be okay with people seeing you be a little silly. That's just sort of the answer. So I love what you just said. Branding yourself, posting about what do you think is funny? What do you think is important? What do you spend your time doing? Like all of these things that you think are so boring are things that other people want to know in order to know, like, and trust you. One of my tips was also about video content. Video content changes everything. When you are consistently showing up with video content on your profile, there is no way that anyone can tell you that you're not real. There's no way that anyone can tell you that this is not real. You are a real person, really on video on a daily basis, whether it's in your stories, whether it's in your, maybe you're doing lives on Facebook, maybe you're making TikToks and reels. That is your best tool in showing people that this is real and that you are real 100%. So Sarah is too nice. My dance moves are terrible and no one can tell me otherwise, but you're very sweet. And I love your tip about the link in the bio and that she just uses the one that the company gives you. So my last thing is what is some for you, Caro, is what are some things that you could tell people about building authentic relationships? So once you know that the content that you're putting out is authentic and really what you want to be putting out, how are you spending the time to build relationships with the people who are on your profiles?
So it comes with like how I said, I kind of get people to go to my Instagram from TikTok, and I talk on my stories as often as I can when I'm not feeling like a sack of poop with a migraine. I'm so ready to not be pregnant. That sounds so bad because I'm only just over halfway through. But I talk about, how I'm feeling like that, or I'll ask for help. And when people give me advice, I message them and I have a genuine conversation with them. Or I post a lot about plus size pregnancy because it is not talked about enough on social media. If you're a plus size woman and you've ever been pregnant, the bellies you see on social media are not what our bellies look like. And I've always wanted to be able to, show that it's different, but a lot of people have them. Well, the people who are too shy to talk about it on their social media will comment long comments on my videos on Instagram or on TikTok. And they'll be like, I'm so glad you posted this. My belly looks just like that. I was so I just hated how I looked so different from everybody else. I will comment back something so actually meaningful and I actually mean it. And I'm not just like, oh, thank you. No, I'm actually giving them a good comment back. And it makes them want to be my friend. And they'll message me talking about how they want to be friends, or they'll message me because they want to further that conversation. They'll make sure they follow me so they can continue seeing my videos. They'll go follow my Instagram, and eventually they'll see my other videos about products or the business, and they'll ask me about that too. So those relationships turn into team members who already kind of know me and what I'm about, because we've already talked about being plus sized and pregnant, or not wanting people to kiss our babies after we have them, or just, all sorts of stuff. So when someone comments something or messages me with advice that is nice, not stupid, about fruit, or or if they message me something just saying that they're so glad that they found me or whatever, I try to create a genuine connection from that, just because I make sure to make my content relatable in some way.
Yep, I absolutely love. My TikTok is the same as my Instagram. I just muted myself by accident for a second. My TikTok is the same as my Instagram. So at Hope Finds Happiness. But it's so true. So this is a perfect example. And I sent this in a voice message to you guys in the chat last night. So I have been manifesting and praying and thinking about who do I want to bring into my life? Not just my business, but my life. I've been posting more consistently on my Instagram with that vibe. I've been back up making TikToks every single day, 2 to 3 every single day. I need to get on Caro's level and do 3 to 6, but I've been doing 2 to 3. Okay. And I made one about the giveaway. This is one of my best tips. If you want to use TikTok and or Reels to boom your business, make one about the giveaway. I've done multiple examples. Go to my TikTok, go to my Reels, you'll find them. And so what I did was I said, I did the one where it's and I was just snapping, and it said, we're sending a family to Disney. Here's how you enter. This girl we're friends on TikTok already. I don't know her, but we follow each other. She messaged me for the giveaway. I had her post for me on her Instagram story. I had her add me on Facebook, and she goes, wait, did you go to such and such high school? Do you live around here? And I was like, yeah, I literally live blank blank. And she was like, I literally live 5 minutes from you. And she has a daughter who turns 2 next week, and my son just turned 2. And so we started talking, and it was such a cool connection. And I just got this overwhelming feeling of gratitude that I've been so open and so excited about the new people that I'm meeting, and whether or not she has any interest in doing this business really doesn't matter to me. I'm just excited to have a new mom friend that lives down the road. So if you guys are starting to feel like, okay, like I get it, but like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of, building these relationships? I need people to buy from me, right? Like, that's how you get when you want this business to work out for you so badly, or when you're in these stages of your business. I just told you that I'm pretty sure every single diamond and above who's a part of this social media boot camp is in a rebranding and rebuilding phase. We are with you, okay? We are with you with this, like, we need people to join, we need people to buy from us. But when you come at people with, I need you to join, I need you to buy from me, that is not someone, if someone did that to you, would you know, like, and would you get to know, like, and trust them? No, you wouldn't, because the vibe is you're a dollar sign to me. And that's, yes, exactly. So that's a good point. So make sure you're careful with your words when you're doing the giveaway post. So I said, we're sending a family to Disney. The drawing is on the 2nd, and none of those words tipped anybody off. So that was good.
The words, I'm pretty sure it's just the words giveaway or giving away. And if you use the word cash or a lot of money signs, that can also flag it too. And somebody will hop, like, I got a threat yesterday that they might ban my account if I post that again.
So and you're like, oh God, yeah. So TikTok has rules just like any other social media platform. Okay, guys, it's not something to get tripped up on. It's just something to be careful of. If a video does get taken down, it's not the end of the world. I've had 3 or 4 videos taken down. I took a video in a bikini and they told me I was sexual activity, and I was like, have you seen what some of the girls on this app wear? But okay. So just go with it, repost it. If you make sure you're always saving them, repost them if you need to. Don't get overwhelmed or overthink it. And I think that's what most of you are doing. Most of you would absolutely rock video content if you stopped thinking so much about what you could be doing wrong or what you could be doing right or what other people are going to think. You have to just be you. You have to just be you. You have to just embrace you. If you're, Darian hit the nail on the head. If you're in here for the long haul, you don't need to rush. It will continue to watch and you will continue to be consistent. And that is what Caroline is saying. If you spend 5 days posting 3 TikToks a day, and then on the 6th day, you're like, this isn't working, I'm done. Your videos are not going to go viral. You're not going to find the people that you need to find. It's about consistency. When it comes, authenticity comes from consistency. No matter how good of a post you write or how good of a video you make, if it's only one, that's not going to get you where you need to be. And that's not enough to make people know, like, and trust you. Okay, it has to be consistent with what you're doing. So love that. Okay, Vic, your turn, girl. Thank you so much, Carol. We adore you. I'm so proud of you for being on here, even when you're not feeling your hottest. When that baby boy is in your arms, it will all be worth it. I promise you. I know you know that, but I promise you. All right, Victoria, let me unmute you, and you have kids too, because that's how we roll up in here. So don't worry about it. I see, boy. Okay, so Victoria, give us a little tidbit about who you are, how long you've been in the biz, and then let's jump right into how do you build your business authentically on social media.
Okay, so I'm Victoria Griffin, guys. I've actually been in this business for, it'll be 7 years next month, and I apologize. I do have kids. I actually have 3 of them. I have a 3-year-old, I have an 8-year-old, and a 12-year-old. So my life is crazy busy, and this house is like a zoo. But I'm actually from Maryland, and I guess I'll just jump in and start telling you about like growing your audience, like my favorite way. So my favorite way is just basically doing giveaway host posts, you guys. Like, I am so big on doing giveaway host to post like crazy every single day, and I grow my network and like insanely through that. Hold on. Yeah, they hear you. You're cute, right? He's taking over the spotlight.
He knows he's cute too. That's what Pastor does. He's like, I know you'll let me get away with it too. Yeah, growing your audience using giveaway post to post on Facebook.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so simple, you guys. Like if you're using the boards, like it's all in there. You don't have to think about anything except maybe like switching your name out from somebody else's. But I use the same one over and over and over again. And I do a lot of interaction posts. Hold on, let me see if I can get him to go. He might.
Babe, you're okay. So yeah, I mean, I think that, so you guys, I've been doing this, is what I've been preaching to my team is, and this is for Facebook, but you can do it for Instagram as well. If you are, how many of you feel like you're really struggling to just find people? To just find people who are interested. Like I would give my left arm if I could just find someone who wanted to buy a bottle of gummies. Like that's like where you're at right now, right? So many of us get there. It's because you're not growing your network fast enough, period. And the reason you're not growing your network fast enough is because you're not putting yourself out there to meet people who can know, like, and trust you using TikTok, using Instagram, or you have not unlocked the secret power of giveaway host to post on Facebook, which is exactly what Victor said. So you make a post about the giveaway, and then you also have the people who are posting for you make a post about the giveaway. And you repeat that until you're getting up at least 10 a day. And then my rule is 10 giveaway host to post, and then anything I get over 10, then I give them posts about the product. Because I want more people on, I care more about getting people on my page than I care about someone posting about the gummies for me and maybe getting a customer from that today, right? So, so Victoria, do you have any that you are like loving right now for giveaway host to posts?
Honestly, like I said, I usually just use, are you talking about like interaction or just like the giveaway host post period?
Yeah, like, I mean, anything that you're using right now that you feel like is really boosting your algorithm for either the bait, quote unquote, bait posts that you're putting up on your own page, or for the ones that you're giving.
So for the bait, like basically the time ones, like they always get people. Or like really simple ones, like, do you have tattoos? Like, yes or no. Like people like will quickly answer those and you can get them added onto the giveaway. But for the people who post for me, it's pretty much the same thing. Like I'll use the time ones for them. Sometimes I just do emojis. I'm like looking over some of the ones that I did, because sometimes I'll switch it up and do like Netflix, Hulu.
I do like, yeah, so I have like 3 that I rotate between for what I'm giving people. So this one says, hey, my friend Hope is doing a giveaway for $500 cash on the 15th. Drop your battery percentage for a chance to be entered. That one does really well. Tell me what time it is when you see this for a chance to be entered into my friend Hope's $500 cash drawing. And then I think I do like birthday month is my last one. But don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Like anything that you could ask somebody, somebody will want to answer. Sorry. Which tea is better, Sonic or McDonald's? That's a good one. Or sweet tea. Yeah.
Honestly, like the real simple ones, like they do so well, you guys. Like when keeping it simple, like people right away, like that draws me in. If it's something that I can just quickly read and quickly answer, like I'm going for it. Like I'm gonna interact on your stuff. So that's what I do. I just seen somebody ask if I message. Yes, this is super important. Like you don't want to, like you're not, maybe like you don't have like a huge number of friends right now or followers or whatever. This was like a great way when I first started, was like messaging, but I'm still doing it, you guys. Like I'm still messaging because now like those people are going onto my page and they're actually looking at my post and things. So like, that's what I do. Like I message, I do interaction posts. Like sometimes I'll post it in my stories. Like I basically like plaster it everywhere. So that way everybody's like, oh, she has a giveaway going on. Like, I'm going to go comment on it. Like, I'm going to go find this giveaway or whatever, you know? So that's what I'm doing. And like Hope said, like, I'm literally just giving the same host to post to the same people. Like, of course I'll change it up every so often because you don't want to get blocked for using the same dang one. But another fun way to get people to comment when maybe your friends host a post is to interact on them. Like go on and actually comment and say, thank you so much for sharing, and leave an emoji. And I promise you, you're going to boost it up in their newsfeed. And either they posted 3 hours ago or 2 hours ago or whatever, it's going to pop up there and people are going to comment. I legit did that the other day. And I came back to it because for some reason, Facebook doesn't like let you know like the notifications anymore. You have to go back in. But I went back in and it was like 50 comments. Like this girl had 0 in the first hour that she had posted it. And when I commented that, you know, thank you for sharing, and left a heart emoji, 50 people commented on you guys. So like, you're truly missing out if you don't boost them. And now I did want to talk about kind of how I organize that. And then I'll go into organizing like other stuff later, but I basically use collections, you guys, and I'll show you super quick. I don't know if you guys know about collections. I'm sure you have, but I will save them. And my ring light is like literally blocking. But I'll save them August host to post, like giveaway host to post, or I'll do August potential distributor host to post. And then that way, when I go in and like, I'll look at the host to post that I did and I can go like quickly comment on it. Like I can just go comment on all the people's host to post that they did for me and boost them up for the week. So that's just something that I do to organize, you know, my host to post and how I get, you know, basically like grow my audience with that. So it is so much easier. Like I promise you, like it saves so much time because you like my head would be spinning if I didn't do this. Like I said, I have kids and I'm currently potty training and my life is like shambles. So like, I feel like I would go insane if I didn't have something to like keep me focused. So that really helps.
Yeah, I love it. That's exactly what I do. And that's exactly what I do because I'm busy and I have, you know, this business and a job and I like to look at my husband in the face occasionally. And I have a kid and all of these other things. And so if you're not utilizing host to post, or if you have not found a way to unlock the power of host to post yet, you need to make sure that you are utilizing all of these platforms. Because like I just said, how many of you don't just want to be using social media? You want social media to work for you. You want it to work for you. You want it to help you find people who want to order the products and join your team. It's not just about, I want to sit all day on Facebook. I don't know anybody who wants to sit all day on Facebook. So I love that. And so, so let's talk a little bit about relationship building. So we talked a little about growing your audience, let's talk a little about relationship building. What are you doing to make sure that you are building real relationships with people on your social media?
So basically for building relationships, like my favorite way is probably doing the birthdays, you guys. Like, how do you feel whenever people are like, happy birthday, girl, or like, happy birthday, beautiful, or you know what I mean? Like when it's your day, like that makes you feel so special. So I never go a day without saying happy birthday to my friends and followers. Like if I see a post, like I'm stopping and I'm like giving them birthday love, like I'm showing them all love. But another way is I'm interacting with my friends and my followers. Like I'm looking at their stuff too. Like I'm not just gonna wait around and wait for them to come to my page and be like, oh, like this is Victoria. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna do that unless I catch their eye and like I'm doing something, or, you know, they see a comment, then they're gonna pop up on my page and they're gonna be like, okay, this is Victoria. She's a mom of 3. Like she's crazy, you know? And you guys, like I am a hot mess. Like I will say this house is honestly, truly a zoo. Like I drop the F-bomb like regularly. Like it's just insane. These 3 kids, like they make me run circles. And like I can't believe, like, because they're all different ages. But
I want you guys to like, how many of you, like right now, how many of you relate way more to Victoria than the Instagram moms that like have a white kitchen and never yell at their kids and like always take perfect pictures? Like drop your emojis in the chat right now, because I relate a hell of a lot more with Victoria telling me that she has crazy kids and drops the F-bomb and her house isn't clean and she's trying to potty train. And so how many of you would have joined someone like Victoria before you joined somebody that their life seems perfect and they seem like they have it all together? This is exactly what we're talking about tonight, you guys. Everything that she just said is why people join with her. It's why she enrolls distributors, because they don't feel like they have to be perfect to do what she does, because she is not perfect. And you know what happens if people feel like they have to be perfect to do this business? They will never join, because it's too much pressure. And perfect doesn't exist. The perfect picket white fence life, like that is not, and certainly if that's them, then that's not who we're looking for, right? So I want you guys to really understand and embrace that where you feel like your life is a mess and you're living in chaos, that's most people. You are not an anomaly. You are most people. And because of your vulnerability to be able to say, I'm potty training and my kids are 3 different ages and I'm lucky if I brush my hair most days. More moms and more people who are the kind of people who need this business are going to relate with that than somebody who has a picture perfect Instagram and never drops an F-bomb. Okay. So I just wanted to like highlight and underline that for anyone who missed it. Like Victoria and me and Caro are on here night 1 of this boot camp to give you permission to be unapologetically yourself without judgment, shame, regret, any of it. You have to be you, the imperfect version of you, because that is how you are going to find the people through your social media that you're supposed to find. Okay.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely. And like people
points and underline that.
People are definitely going to call you out on your BS if they think that you're like pretending to be somebody else. So that's why I'm like always telling my team, I'm like, just be you, like share the real you. Like sometimes I post pictures, I don't even have a filter on it. Yes, it's bright. Like, yes, you can see my face, like you can see who I am, but half the time I don't have makeup on. I have a messy bun. I have my child on my hip or my leg, or like the other one saying mom 20 times a day or 25 times a day or however many, and another way that I love, just kind of like building my relationships with my potentials or like my followers and friends is showing up in my stories and just doing videos, you guys. I know they're super awkward, but everyone knows that I'm obsessed with coffee. I show up there every single day and I make my coffee and I drink it. Sometimes I'll have the littlest one, the 3-year-old, he'll sit there and he'll make coffee with me while I'm talking about my goals, talking about the business opportunity, or talking about how amazing these products are and how much weight I've dropped. Like when you have something to share with somebody, like jump on there and share it. Like I promise you, like like Hope said, you're going to find your people. So I'm like going to find the people who just absolutely love me for me. They love me because I'm not afraid to step out and drop the F-bomb on social media, you know what I mean? And not hide that or hide the fact that, my marriage is not perfect. Like me and my husband will be married 12 years at the end of this month. And holy crap, you guys, like men go through it like women, like when we're on our periods. And I'm like, we just fight like cats and dogs sometimes. And it's so funny. Like, I don't know. Like he's just a mess. He is a mess. He's always in the video games though. So he like barely ever comes on my social media or like we get a decent picture. That's why like we never have photos together. But I always share my kids and I share the funny moments because like people relate to that. People want to see funny stuff. Like, and I love making people laugh. That's like one of the best things for me. Like I love to laugh because my kids just absolutely make my day every single day. They do something funny and I'm just cracking up. But like I said, I'm potty training. So I shared, I think it was a couple weeks ago, that I found poop beside my couch. You guys, like, I didn't know it was there. I let my little one run around with no diaper on because that's the best way to potty train for me. So my daughter actually found it and told me about it. And I put it on social media and so many people messaged me and was like, that's freaking hilarious. Like, yeah, that's funny stuff.
I made a TikTok about how, like, sometimes I think I'm really killing it this mom thing, and then I turn around and ask for poop on the floor, and then I'm like, well, I guess there goes that. And I think that's just like people just need to want to and need to see that you're a real person. That's the best way to show that you're a real person is by showing the real life, raw, regular stuff. And then when those people do pop into your inbox and they're like, oh my God, that's so funny or whatever, the best way to continue that conversation is for you to then become interested in them. So like somebody hops in my inbox, oh my God, that was so funny. I'm like, yeah, oh my God, totally. Do you have kids? How old are they? Like, oh my God, I checked out your profile. Your daughter's so cute. Like, how old is she? Like, and then the next time they comment on a reel, maybe it's a business one. Or the next time they watch my story and I'm making my coffee and now they want more info on that. So do not forget that the interaction that you get from being real and raw is only half of the recipe. The other half of that recipe is responding back to them and building that repertoire, sending emojis back and forth. Girl, it was so funny. I could hardly stand it. Has anything like that ever happened to you? Like building that relationship that the next time you hop in their inbox at the end of the month on the 31st at 8 p.m. and you're like, hey, I'm sorry, I like never do this, but I'm looking for people. Because they're not gonna be like, oh my God, who is this girl? They're gonna be like, you know what? She's a mom. I know she's a mom. I've been watching her. Yeah, let me take a look at what she has to offer. And that's the difference. That's the difference between building this business with authenticity and congruency, which is basically just being the same person from point A to point B, no matter where you go. That's the difference between building with authenticity and congruency and not. Is people are going to feel that from you when they're talking to you, when they're watching your content, all of those things. So any other tips you want to leave us with before I close this out?
I didn't know what you really wanted from like organizing or anything like that,
I
but
think
I
that Sheree and Elisa are going to give some really good tips on Thursday also for organizing and follow-ups. Our greenies, that's literally why we picked them. So any other, I guess just any other tips on, I think a lot of people struggle with confidence. Drop an emoji if I just hit the nail on your head that you would do all these things and feel way better about it if you were just a little bit more confident. So anything that you would recommend to somebody who's like, all of these tips are so bomb, but like I'm terrified?
Honestly, like my biggest tip is just do it. Like go put on a bathing suit, like a bikini, take a photo of yourself and put it on social media, because I promise you that you're going to have more positive people comment on it and be like, girl, you look amazing. Or girl, you know, they're going to give you more like good compliments than bad. Like I was terrified. This is coming from somebody who like didn't have confidence at all. Like I hated myself in a bikini. Like I hate it. Like I would never wear any shirts that like showed cleavage or like showed my arms or my backside or like my stomach area. But when I just like put it out there, like I had more positive like reactions to that than I did like the negative ones. And I had people say, oh my gosh, like I wish I could, you know, put myself in a bikini and do the same thing. No, go do it, girl. Because I promise you that that's going to boost your confidence and you're going to go do it again and again and again.
Yep. And my girl Kylie Pops dropping truth bombs in the chat. Confidence comes after you do the things that you're afraid to do and not before. And I think the other thing that comes off of that is that the reason that you are feeling so nervous and so self-conscious is because you're worried about what everyone else is going to think. And I'm just going to like whip out my red right here at the end for you a little bit and tell you that nobody is thinking about you as much as you're thinking about you. Nobody. Absolutely. Not a single person is thinking about you more than you're thinking about you. So do the thing that you're afraid to do and watch how good you feel when you've done it. After you've done it, then you will feel better and you will keep doing it. Some of my favorite ways to lead up to doing it, if you are literally terrified, is record videos on your phone instead of making them live and then upload them to your stories or upload them to your Facebook, so you don't have that pressure of feeling like, oh my God, I'm recording this right now and people are going to watch this right now. Take time to start getting in front of the camera, making product, or even just playing with your kids without talking. You don't have to set up your phone and talk to your phone if that's weird for you. Set up your phone and take a video, put some cute music over it with some words. That is totally fine. And then once you've been able to start doing those things, then you can start moving to learning yourself a little TikTok dance or whatever you want to do. Okay. So, follow us on Instagram so you can watch our reels. Follow us on TikTok if you want to. I want to talk just a little tiny bit about this idea of confidence, and how I genuinely just, anybody who has been following me for a long time knows that mindset and personal development is the number one key. And I was watching a Zoom last night with some top income earners, and Claire Flores, who's an ambassador, said something that was just so powerful. And she just said the missing key to this business is not something that you can cross off a KPI list. It's not a task that you do. It's not a box that you check. It's who you are, and it's who you're going to be tomorrow. And it's loving yourself enough today and being excited enough about who you want to be tomorrow to keep building this business from that place of love and excitement. And so I want to just encourage you guys that your intention and your energy and your mindset will come through more than anything else. No matter what size you are, no matter if you have kids or not, no matter how good you are at technology, no matter your age, your intent, no matter how good a quality camera you have, like literally none of that matters. If you have the intention of helping people, the intention of loving people, the intention of being your best self in a way that inspires other people to be their best selves. We are not just a health and wellness company. We are a personal development program with a compensation plan attached. So many of you are sitting here and you're overthinking and you're wishing and you're waiting that your social media would work for you, when really all you need to do is decide that you are the kind of person who can kill it on social media, and then go out there and do the things that the rest of us are doing. Because as you just saw in this Zoom tonight with my toddler and Victoria's potty trained toddler and Caroline's cats, we are all just normal freaking people who utilize social media in the best possible way to find the people who are the best for us and our businesses. Okay, so do any of the other diamonds and above who we're doing this with, who are on here, do any of you guys want to add anything?
I do.
Okay, hold on, let me find you. I'll pin you. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Add pin. Hi, honey.
Okay, well, now I can't even see. Now you lost you guys.
I see you.
Okay, well, I don't see like anybody right now. Not sure what happened with that. But I just had a couple things I wanted to add, and I don't know if this is, I know, not going to be anything compared to what these three just dropped on you guys, but just something that I kind of took away from everything that they all said that I really want you guys to hone in on is that with everything surrounding being authentic is that so like with Vic, she said she is a hot mess mom, 25/8. Literally all the freaking time. And that's her, and that is her truth. It does not have to be yours. So if that is not you, that is okay. Like Hope said, like you're not looking at the perfect Instagram mom with the white kitchen or whatever. But if that is you, then that's great. Just do whatever is true to you, not to the people that you're following, if that makes sense. Because whatever you're going to post about for yourself is, I wrote this down. You can be inspired by somebody else without doing exactly what they're doing. You can be inspired by the way that they're posting and the way they're carrying themselves without you feeling like you have to change to become who they are. And the last thing that I wrote down was that the things that you don't want to share are what's going to set you apart from the other people on your feed, whether that be TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, however you're marketing your business, or even just yourself. The things that you're not wanting to share, it kind of goes back to the confidence, is that there's literally somebody on your page, you're getting ready to share something. Hope has opened up about her mental health on her, I'm going to use her for an example, but on her social media, she's opened up about her mental health. And I guarantee you, she has had people come onto her page and be like, I'm so thankful you shared that because this is exactly how I'm feeling. Or I went through something so similar and I didn't think anybody understood. Like there are always going to be people that resonate with you on the things that you don't want to share. Personally, it was after I had a kid, I was super self-conscious of my body. After my first one, I hadn't had a single stretch mark on my body. After I popped out my baby, after the first one, my entire stomach was covered and I was super self-conscious. I did everything right, if you will. And it was very discouraging for me. I made a post about it and was like, you know what? I'm tired of the fact that people have said stretch marks were bad and the whole stigma surrounding that. posted about that, about the body positivity I was feeling, because I just birthed a human. And the amount of feedback I got back on that post, it's positive, yes, but it's not all about like if you get something out of posting it. It's just so that you're letting other people know, regardless of what you're posting about, that you feel this way, and you know that there's somebody else out there feeling that way too. So that's all I wanted to say on that, is just that you don't have to be the same as Hope or Caroline or Vic or myself. Like, you literally can be you all the time.
100%, Darian. And I love that you said that, because I do think that it can be misconstrued when I say you don't have to be perfect with the white kitchen, the blah, blah, blah. If that is you and that is genuinely you, there's nothing wrong with that. The whole point of this entire thing is that there's nothing quote unquote wrong with any of us. We all sit around asking the wrong freaking questions. How many of you have asked yourself, what's wrong with me? Why can't I enroll customers? Why can't I enroll distributors? Why can't I just make myself send messages? Why can't I just make myself make TikToks? You're asking the wrong questions. You're asking questions that are closed off, that do not give you solutions, that do not give you momentum, that do not give you motivation. You have to start asking the right questions. Start asking, instead of asking what's wrong with me, ask what can I do? What can I do? What can I shift? How can I be more authentic? Those are open-ended, solution-minded questions. That's exactly what what I came in to say at the end, is that it's up here. It's your mindset, it's your personal development, it's your level of believing that this business is going to come to you. And it's one of those things that I cannot give you on a KPI list to check off. It's a mindset, and it's a energetic frequency that you're in with God, with the universe, with whatever you believe in, where you have the faith to believe, don't worry, we're watching baseball back here, everything's fine. Casper's running. And thank you, Darian, for bringing that up, because that is something that I meant to mention and I forgot, because I'm like Caro and I just run on no notes and caffeine and we just roll. But one of the number one things that I was so afraid to talk about, and is still kind of a sore point for me, not necessarily because I'm afraid of judgment, just because it's not easy to talk about, is my struggle with mental health over the last year. And I got actually diagnosed. I always thought I had anxiety, but I actually got diagnosed with a mood disorder, similar to bipolar. And I'm on medication for that for the first time in my whole life. I'd never been on any kind of, meds or anything before that. And I seriously debated whether or not I wanted to share any of it, because I was really just thinking about myself and thinking about all of the fears and doubts that I had about, if I'm on medication, am I still a good mom? If I have bipolar disorder, am I still a good wife? Can I still be a good leader for my team? All of these things. But at the end of the day, what I've found is more love, respect, admiration, inspiration, and general positivity come into my inbox, into my comment section, into my Zooms than I could have ever imagined. And so just remember that, number one, this is something my mom says, so shout out to Karen, Hope's mom, for this one, but make sure you're talking from the scar and not the wound. Okay, I didn't open up about my mental health stuff until I had already been to a therapy appointment and decided to go on medication, simply because you want to be able to talk about it from a place of inspiration, not from a place of desperation, again, like we were just talking about. And so make sure that whatever it is that you may or may not be struggling with, make sure you're ready. I'm not saying just go out today and share all your dirty laundry, but once you are in a place where you have healed or you are starting to heal, remember that God puts you through what he wants you to teach others about. So for some of us, it's about promoting and then losing rank. For some of us, it's about mental health. For some of us, it's things like plus size pregnancy that doesn't get talked about enough. For some of us, it's the real raw mom life. For some of us, it is the clean white kitchens and beautiful kids and matching outfits. But whatever it is that you are being put through is what God wants you to turn around and share with the world. And I genuinely believe that. And I know that these ladies do too. We are overtime, but my kids are running around like a crazy pants from bedtime in sight. So whatever you want to add on, Caro, is totally fine.
I just wanted to say, when Hope said that, it made me remember, I just wanted to tell you, like, you might be being told by society, if you're overweight, it's okay to post in a bikini. If you have anxiety, it's okay to tell people. If you're medicated for something, it's okay to tell social media. If you aren't ready to do that, or if you never want to do that, that is okay. But I also do want to say that the positivity and relief that comes from it is phenomenal. And when I talk about how I finally, last Friday at my most recent appointment, got put back on my anxiety medication after they cold turkey cut me off of it in the first trimester, I posted about how crazy I felt the first trimester because they literally took me off of medication I'd been on for 2 years that had me feeling sane, and all of a sudden I felt like I was going crazy. I shared that. Other people had told me that their doctors had cut them just cold turkey too, and it's something so hard to go through. And because I had other people who had gone through that, they got me, feeling so much better. So even if you're just looking for advice from people, you can ask for that. But I want you to know how much you're impacting the other people if you ever do decide to share the vulnerable things. Like me, today I was showing people what my current 22-week belly looks like, and I have like partially a bee belly is what they call it, and partially an apron belly, and you can Google those, but they're like types of plus size pregnant bellies. But I didn't want to show all my skin. I didn't want to show, and I liked how she was talking about from the scar, not the wound. I'm not ready to show, like, I've had stretch marks for years. Like, it's not just a pregnancy thing. I wasn't ready to show that. And I wasn't ready to show that my belly hangs over. I wasn't ready to show that, but I showed it in these big old maternity shorts that go up to my chest. And I was like, this is what I'm looking like right now. And it still inspired people.
Yes.
And still let people, so I'm saying, like, share what you're ready to share, but you don't have to share everything. You know what I mean?
It's a process. I didn't come out the gate brand new distributor talking about my mental health on my Instagram. I've been doing this business for almost 6 years, you guys. Every single person who's doing these Zooms with us over the next 3 nights have been doing this for at least 3 years. That was why I asked who's new, because by no means am I saying like time to get where we are. It's impossible to get where somebody who's been doing this business for years is in a matter of days or in a matter of weeks or even in a matter of months. So it's a process. The best thing that I can possibly tell you is find your 3 pillars of content that you want to talk about, okay? 3 pillars of content. For me, mom life, mental health, and self-love. And fortunately for me, a lot of my self-love and self-care, I talk about these products. I talk about how this business has helped me. A lot of my mental health stuff, I talk about these products. I talk about how this business has helped me. So there's ways to integrate your business into it, but your 3 pillars don't necessarily have to be something that is about the business. It's supposed to be fun. Darian just said it's supposed to be fun. So pick 3 things that are pertinent to you, that you like to talk about on social media. You're going to create those 3 pillars, and then all of the content you create is going to go under those pillars, whether that's video content, posts you're making on Facebook, stories you're making, and then you're going to utilize the giveaways both on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. My son going nuts. Using the content that you're going to be creating is going to draw people to your TikTok, to your Instagram, to your Facebook. And I'm almost done, baby, almost done. And so that is just, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to feel good. And when you're having fun and feeling good, the people are going to come to you naturally. And I know that there are so many of you that have so many self-limiting beliefs about whether or not that's true for you and the kind of person that you are and the things that you've gone through. But we're sitting here telling you as 4 people who come from completely different places and are still in very different places in our lives. If it can work for us, it can work for you. So this was just night 1, you guys. We wanted to get you guys so inspired to use your social media for good, not just for the good of the business, but for the good of the world, for the good of you and your relationships and your mental health and your confidence. I want you guys to really start thinking about this. How do I show up authentically on my social media? What are the 3 pillars of content that I want to bring to my following? How am I going to implement more video content? How am I going to use host to post to start growing my network? What do you think is funny? What do you think is important? And what do you spend your time doing? Those are the things that you should be making videos about. And make sure that you're building those relationships with people and not just seeing them as a dollar sign. They're not a dollar sign. They're a human being that you can have a real connection with and you are that much more likely to actually get the customer or get the distributor when you have that state of mind. So tomorrow night, we are going to learn all about content creation and how to take some bomb photos and make amazing videos from our friends. And then on Thursday, Surey and Brooke and Elisa are going to bring it home with upselling, enrolling, follow-ups, all the things, just in time for follow-up Friday, y'all. Thank you so much to all 40 plus of you who are on here tonight. Thank you so much for being on. You guys know when you show up, you go up, and that's what you guys are doing tonight. So I love you all so much. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow night. Bye.